How's it going, lads? So last Thursday, the 25th of April, we had an announcement for Riyadh Season in the United States. Headlining the event, we have Terence Bud Crawford versus Israel the Dream Madrimov, which I made a video about already. Go check it out. But one fight that caught my attention the most on the undercard was Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Two heavyweights that seem to be on the same path at the moment, as both haven't had the most active careers as of late. Big Baby Miller is coming off a loss to Daniel Dubois in the Day of Reckoning card that happened back in December. And Andy Ruiz hasn't been seen since his win against Luis Ortiz back in September of 2022. As it stands, Andy Ruiz will be out of the ring nearly 2 years by the time the fight comes around on August 3rd. This will definitely play a significant role on how this fight plays out, as Ruiz has been inactive for so long. Ruiz was in talks with Deontay Wilder last year over a potential WBC eliminator, which would have seen him firmly back in world title contention, but negotiations collapsed and the 34-year-old has been very much frozen out of the picture, despite fights being delivered in the division more than ever. Since Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua and became unified heavyweight champion back in 2019, he has had only 3 fights. At the end of 2019, he had his first defense against Joshua that saw him lose the belts and made himself look like a one-punch wonder that got outclassed. His next fight was in 2021, which was nearly a year and a half after his loss against Chris Arreola. The fight was deemed a big disappointment. Ruiz won by unanimous decision, but it didn't seem to look good for him. He got knocked down in the second round and stumbled in the third round, and he didn't seem as sharp as previous bouts.
Good left hook there, catch Ruiz. And then, both of them.
Another year later, in September 2022, his most recent fight to date was against Luis Ortiz. The 43-year-old Ortiz had a record of 34-2, both losses to Deontay Wilder. The very skilled Cuban boxer was just showing his age in this fight.
Main event. And a huge right hand stuns Ortiz,
as Ruiz outskilled him in every round. He had Ortiz down in the second round and again in the 7th. Ruiz won by unanimous decision, but still showed some weaknesses, but he fought through it and still pulled off the victory. Now we are nearly 2 years on from the fight against Ortiz. It is very hard to know where Ruiz is at as a fighter. Will he be the same fighter he once was? Is the hunger there for him to get back into title contention? It's hard to say. I do believe this is going to be a tough fight for him, as Jarrell Miller, even though not being the best skilled, we see that he is willing to fight. His last fight against Dubois showed he had a great chin.
Does he eat another right and then an uppercut from Dubois?
And maybe with a longer time to prepare for someone like Ruiz, we could see it go in his favour. I think it's down to whoever is willing to give it their all in this fight. They are matched fairly evenly, and I think it just depends on who trains harder. We can see both men don't seem to worry about coming in too big to their fights, but I'm hoping come into this fight in good shape. I think this is going to be a great heavyweight clash and will definitely be interesting to see what improvements that Ruiz has made. Let's hope it's a great fight and whoever wins stays active. Okay lads, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.